this lecture, we study basic operations on signals. Already we know that signals are of two types. One is one-dimensional signal, another one is two-dimensional signal. One-dimensional signal has two variables, that is dependent variable and independent variable. Dependent variable is nothing but the value of the signal or amplitude of the signal. Similarly, the independent variable is corresponds to the time. The operations which are performed on dependent variables are amplitude scaling, addition, multiplication, differentiation, integration, or also known as accumulation. Let's consider the first operation on dependent variable, that is amplitude scaling. Let x of t be a continuous time signal, then amplitude scaled version of x of t is represented as y of t is equal to c x of t, where c is scaling factor. That is, suppose x of t is a given signal. If we multiply that x of t with a scaling factor c, then definitely the amplitude of the signal will increase. That is nothing but amplitude scaling. For example, amplifier which acts as a amplitude scaling. Similarly, in discrete time signal, suppose x of n is a discrete time signal, then the output or y of n can be represented as y of n is equal to c x of n. Here also c is scaling factor. Thus, amplitude scaling will increase the amplitude of the signal in discrete time signal as well as continuous time signal. Let's consider the second operation, that is addition. Now let's consider x1 of t is a continuous time signal and x2 of t is also a continuous time signal. Then the signal y of t is obtained by the addition of x1 of t and x2 of t. That is, y of t is equal to addition of these two signals, that is x1 of t plus x2 of t. So example for addition is audio mixer. That is, in audio mixer, two signals can be added up and the new signal will be created. Similarly, in case of discrete time signals, if x1 of n is a discrete time signal and x2 of n is another discrete time signal, then y of n can be obtained by adding these two discrete time signals, that is x1 of n plus x2 of n. Let's consider the another example, that is multiplication. Let x1 of t and x2 of t are continuous time signals, then the output y of t can be represented as y of t is equal to x1 of t multiplied with x2 of t. In multiplication, for each specified time t, the value of amplitude of y of t is the product of corresponding value of x1 of t and x2 of t. That is, if we consider say t equal to 1, then the value of x1 of t at t equal to 1 is multiplied with the value of x2 of t at t equal to 1. That is nothing but multiplication between two continuous time signals. So we can say AM signal is the example for multiplication. We know that in AM signal, the information signal or the message signal is multiplied with a high frequency carrier signal. The product of those two will produce a modulated signal. So in this case, we can say the information signal is x1 of t and high frequency carrier signal is x2 of t, and the output, that is modulated signal, is nothing but y of t. Similarly, with respect to discrete time signals, if we consider x1 of n is the discrete time signal and x2 of n is the discrete time signal, then y of n can be obtained by product of x1 of n with x2 of n. Let's take another operation, that is differentiation. Suppose x of t is a continuous time signal, then y of t can be obtained by taking differentiation of x of t with respect to t. That is, y of t is equal to differentiation of x of t with respect to t. Here we can say the inductor is the example for differentiation. As we know, in series RLC circuit, the voltage across inductor is L di by dt. So where di by dt is nothing but the differentiation of the current, where current is continuous time signal. Similarly, the next operation is integration. Let x of t denote a continuous time signal, then integral of x of t with respect to time is given by y of t is equal to integration minus infinity to t x of tau d tau. The example for integration is capacitor. We know that voltage across capacitor is 1 over c integration of I into dt, where I is continuous time signal which can be integrated and divided by c, which gives the voltage across capacitor. So these are the different operations that can be performed on dependent variables. In my next lecture, we'll study the different operations performed on independent variable, that is time. Thank you for watching.